I didn't know that the young could become blind until it happened to me. That time I was young, bubbly, enthusiastic about life, finished university, got this job at the university, and helping everyone to do what I do, improving life through visual art, not knowing that very soon I was losing sight. It was a quick a moment which was so mystical, but I am like, okay, it has happened. What am I going to do? The students at the university, at the art school, stayed coming at my place. I stayed conducting the industrial training I used to do at the university. And every student I could tell what to do, the second years, the third years, they could prosper, go to other countries, organize exhibitions, start art galleries, start sculpture houses, fashion houses. I'm like, okay, if I can still train these in this blindness, then that means I'm not blind. Today with me, with the theme I wanted to, I have a painting for the lost sheep. Some people think there is a painting for the lost sheep I have with me. One of my recent paintings, Lost Sheep, the touch of tactile, where even the blind can touch and see. The lost sheep, people think that the life of blindness is being lost. On the contrary, it's not. Yeah, the thing is like you can think more, focus more, just because you're not using the eyes. You see, I decided to be in the behind the shepherd who is leaving all the other sheep and looking for this lost sheep. You think you're lost, you're disabled, you're blinded. I always tell the youth who I talk to, who I train, like every year I train 250 blind students, train them to art, to live their livelihoods through visual arts. So I'm like, you're not lost, but you can change lives. When I go to homes like kids who are abandoned, I get these kids as young as they are 6 months. I teach them to do like art. How? I will use their feet, their palms to touch the canvas with a paint, and this colorful painting will come out so beautiful, and no one will feel the room being like boring, you know. And others, as they grow up, we change the arts. Now the animal. Now instead of saying, what happened to me? What will I do? I said no. It all started when I started with a piece of jewelry, the very earrings I'm putting on. I don't know how they look like, but I started them anyway. I went ahead with a bangle with the help of my young daughter, Amazing Grace, who is just here, I think, around. She's now grown. I started painting again. Little did I know she was writing a diary. And one day a visitor comes at home to see me, say, did you know your daughter is writing a diary? I said, what's in this diary? He said, it's a book. And I'm even surprised the speaker who has just been here encourages books. I was so, oh my God, amazed when she was just speaking about writing. When she could write all these books, every chapter could be painted. We went on with the paintings, and then say, it won't stop here. Where will I take painting? I realized that in hospitals, there is the weather in the hospitals. People are frightened, others are sick, others are down. What are we going to do? Before the surgery, what are we going to do? I introduced the art therapy sessions where I could sit down with the patients and tell them, excuse me, we can be painting. What's your problem? Maybe they say the heart, the kidney. So can we paint a kidney? By the time they go to the theater, oh my God, they are not thinking about the pain, what will happen or what. They think about, oh, I just painted this, and they come out when only the thought, you know, it's just coming up. So here you see, I am using art to change livelihoods. I'm using art to tell a story. I have written many, I have painted many paintings. I've headed many students, I also others who graduated, professors, to paint a theme which will touch someone's life, which will help livelihoods, because what we need in life is positive attitude, like one of the speaker talked here, Alan, when I just reached in here. There is this exhibition, The Heart of a Warrior. After the battle, the warrior comes out and tells you the story, tells you how he managed to climb those trees, to miss those snakes, to go around. And even before he finishes all this, you as if you've been with him with the battle and you've won it. So in this, the blindness people just see, it's just on the top, it's just the physical. But the vision is, I believe, very soon by the Magezi Arts Exhibition Centre, the different exhibitions we organize every month, we're gonna have a visual art city where we tell the stories, the untold stories of very many people. And during this COVID time when it happened, very many people were scared. But for me, the lockdown came long time ago, 13 years ago, when I lost my sight. But I said no. By the time this COVID has come, I stayed continuing. Yes, it had hit, and every one who had trained, especially the blind, will say, what are we going to do? Where are we going to sell our art? Is there any exhibition which will ever come back again? I said, no, we will come. What we did, we just opened up a new branch in town, and we said we'll continue marketing our work. And here we are. Thank you very much for listening to me. And I'll be illustrating how I do my art as Amazing Grace here, also an author, my daughter. He's showing you what I do best. How can you do a portrait? How can you paint something? Of course, it's a work of an interpreter and a work of a guide showing me around. But for the colors, I've learned the elements of art of head, and I've marked my tints, like I'll be showing around, and I'll know how to mix my colors, which color comes out. But all in all, it's a story I'm telling in this. So that's how we have managed to sell our paintings here at home and abroad. See, with me here, I have this canvas. In most cases, I change what I paint on. I can use this canvas, I can use leather or velvets, goatskin, or whatever creative we can come up with. Someone will say, how can you paint what you don't see? I've just managed to use the law of thirds. An artist in the house can know what I'm saying. Do we have an artist in the house? No? Okay, so I'll hold my canvas and I'll use my palms to measure. I will. The mind is now quick. In fact, as I was telling you, it didn't happen overnight for me to come out being totally blind. That's a B1 to start a painting again. It took 6 years of saying, Rita, switch off the PT party, let's go to work. So I go with my palms, I'll measure, and in my mind, I'll know maybe I'll like my foreground to be with like 2, like a 1, 2. Then I'll know it's here. So it's already in my mind. I'll know my middle ground will be from maybe here to here. It's already in my mind. So I'll also measure 1, 2. Okay, then it has 2. So I'll come back and know maybe it's 1.5. So in my background, I know this is, maybe I want to paint what? Landscape. Yeah, like here, a beautiful place. I can feel it. The grass, the space all around. The landscape, I'll know, okay, the weather is going to be illustrated here in my background. Then in my middle ground, maybe I'll put my pen, my focus like I did on the shepherd, the lost sheep. And then down here, I'll do the background. After getting that element of measuring my paper, measuring my sketch, then my canvas, I'll get to another stage of getting my palette done. And that's my palette will have 3 primary colors. And then I have my 2 neutral colors. I'll have it in my mind. Sometimes amazing is not here with me. One time I can get an idea to paint something, yet she's not around. Maybe I'm listening to the news. I want to paint what they're talking about, like the locust, something, the trees being eaten up, and then I'll go. My tins are always marked, like in a palette of 5. Let me see. This is how I mark my tin. So I don't know, because I don't see if it's yellow, red, or what. What I'll do, before someone who sees goes away, I'll tell them, which color is this? They'll tell me red. Like a braille, this is how the blind read. I will make sure I get a sticker or salt tape, and I put it maybe on top. So I know in my 5 colors, my red has, so my yellow, this is yellow, it has a masking tape here, marked here. So I'll know that's my yellow. Then red, I can put it down. Blue, I can put it here. Black or white. Then I start mixing. How do I get other colors, the secondary colors? I'll just touch. My yellow was here. My red was down. I get my orange. Then I'll do the weather. It's sunsets. The sun is setting right now. You can feel it. So I'll start with that in my background. The oranges. Then when I want my green to come out, I'll just get my blue, mix it with my yellow. Then I start. Remember, I measured it, the element of measuring my, balancing my canvas. And then the focus. Wherever I'm painting, you don't want to touch my canvas, because when you change it like this, it's not what I'm painting. So every time I'm painting, you have to leave it in that same position, what I'm doing. Some other time when I'm teaching, the blind, these who have never seen before, I'll use shapes, like for example, a giraffe on the mountains above, or a sunrise, or a boat at the far sea. I will get a shape of that, and they'll just paste it here. So by the time you finish painting this, it's like a therapy to you. You won't have to worry again. You're thinking about it like an author will write a book and a chapter and don't want to touch that. It's already in the mind, and then I'm just putting it on canvas. It's now that easy. It wasn't easy at the beginning, but it's that easy. That's how I've managed to sell more than 70 paintings since 2015, when I said no to blindness. And I put off that garment. Thank you for listening.